Alright guys, so I have a DEZL DEZL 770. This is my second DEZL Garmin, and I love it. And part of the reason why I chose the OTR 1000, which I got right here, is because of the Garmin features. One of the big things that Garmin's do is, let's say, go to recent. Yeah, better yet, let's go. We'll say we're going to the Laredo yard, and it'll give you a nice long. Now I've heard the processors in these are faster. I don't know that to be fact. I obviously don't have it hooked up. I'm going to get it thrown in here today because I want to get all those stored places stored into this one before I completely take this one out of the truck. And as you can see, that's taking a little bit longer than usual. One thing I can tell you is regularly update your GPS, your truck GPS, because they have, I'm at the house, he's over there chewing on a stick, being the dude. We were playing a little bit of ball. But anyway, the big reason why I went with this is because it is a 10-inch screen. And I mean, who doesn't like having 10 inches, right? So, well, that thing's, I don't know why it's taking so long. Usually doesn't take it that long. But anyway, while it's doing its thing, I'll talk about this a little bit. The big reason why I got this is, bam, that 10-inch screen. Look at that 10-inch screen. And I mean, that thing's just awesome. It comes with two different mounts here, two different mount types. This, which is a suction cup mount, like most GPSs would have. If I can get my fingers to cooperate and open the bag. Okay, we'll do it that way. So there is the GPS, the suction cup mount, excuse me. And that rotates. And of course you can loosen this up, the ball mount, and spin that around so you can have it like this. I think for right now this is probably going to go on the windshield so that, yeah, like that. And I don't know what I'm going to do about power because I like to not have, let me not drop that on the floor. Let's put it over here out of the way. That's where it's going to try and go on the floor anyway. So I like to have my cords not draped across my dash. As you can see, even my microphone runs down behind. So for those of you that are regulars to the channel, if you're not regulars to the channel, no cords. So anyway, I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to, because I'm not sure this cord's going to be long enough to do it any other way. I think I'm going to have to run it up and around because it will be permanent at some point, but I want to wait till I get this one taken out completely before I change cords. And I don't think they use the same cord, but they might. So anyway, I think it's going to go up there. But in the meantime, you got a screwed on mount, my phone dinging, where you can run screws through this. And at some point in time, it's probably going to go up here like I have this one, which I have that one just on a stainless steel mount, or they actually call it a GPS disc, and suction cup to it, which at some point in time this one may go up there on that also. But I also might just use this mount and just run some screws through it, put it up there like that. Of course I'll have to drill holes and maybe put a nutsert or something in there for that to screw into. I've thought about making a panel, I guess you would say, and move my radio down on the floor, my CB radio, And because I have a 10-inch screen that's going to go in here also, it's I'm not ready to put it in yet. Let's just put it that way. It's got a bunch. I think I'm going to have to change out the wiring harness. I don't think it's going to be the same as this one. So I just don't have time because I'm going to be leaving to go to Green Bay tonight, tomorrow morning, and then I'm going to start a Texas dedicated run. So maybe I'll do it on the road. But anyway, as far as those of you that tuned in for this, let's get back to it. So you got the screw-in mount and the suction cup mount, and then it gives you a ball mount also that, to the best of my knowledge, will work with ram mounts, which that's what that thing is on, which is my E-log. You just can't see it because it's all back there, but that's a ram mount. And then I just attached the docking station for the E-log on there. So I think I have a spare ram mount around here somewhere. It's the 2-minute warning. Text message been on there for 2 minutes. But see, it's just a ball mount, Garmin ball mount, where you can just like put it on your dash, screw it in somewhere. I guess I could maybe move my CB mic, put it down here, and I have to do away with this. If I put the 10-inch screen in here, I'm going to have to move my phone holder anyway, and I'm not sure where I want to move it to, so that's part of the reason I haven't put the 10-inch in either. But as of right now, put that away. I'll dig this cord out of here. Truck's a mess, needs cleaned. And we'll see how much space we got. And kind of doing this, how much cord we got, excuse me. Kind of doing this on a whim because I, like I said, want to get it put in. Oh, look at that, it's got a nice little white LED. So we'll put that facing down. Run this up and around here. Yeah, see, that should work. That'll work for temporary. And then I'll just tuck this in back here. Just get it nice and tight as we can. And actually, all my power comes from in here usually. So let's just plug that in here. And we got power. And that'll give us a little more cord. Now, there's a hole up here that these come out of, and that's the way it'll run eventually if I have to not use the cord that's already powering that one. But all I do is I push it in between these two seals, which there's already so much in there it's not wanting to push in right now. But I moved the dash camera so it kicked on because it was in parking mode. There we go. There's not as much up here as there is down low. So there, that goes in between the windshields. Now the only bad thing about doing it this way is my pen was on this magnet right here. If you have to change the windshields out, you got to pull all this stuff out of here. So that's not wanting to go in there. There we go. There we go. That'll work for now. Alright. Get this mount. I think it has a plug in right there. Pull the plastic off. And where should we put it now that I did all that? How about right over here? I'll stick it right there for the purposes of today. And this is a magnet mount school bus. Kids are playing. School bus driver yelled at him. Bam! Wow, that's got a strong magnet. So there you go. 10-inch Garmin screen. Whew, that's satisfying. Look at that, it's even tinted. That's crazy. Nice and thick. Alright, so while that's firing up, wow, look at that. I'm probably going to have to move that up some. Maybe not. This one's obviously being covering the corner of this one, but we're going to leave that right there like that. So, the reason why I like the Garmin Truck GPS is this reason right here. Touch the screen, and you got all these icons, which I honestly don't really necessarily know what they all do, but you hit this plus, and it's going to give you an overview of the, he's out there playing ball with himself, of the whole planned trip, which I have me going to Laredo and from up here where I live. So let's say a lot of times I will go, well, this is a good one right here. This is Nashville right here. Let me zoom in a little bit more. I don't go through Nashville. I just don't like Nashville. It creates issues for me. If you watch my other videos, I just had somebody run into me recently there. So let's say I want to come over here. This is actually, we'll come across here. This is 70 right here. It comes over here to Effingham, Illinois, and then comes down 57 to 55. So if you click on this part of the screen right here, it's being a little slow. There, see, you can see it gathered the fact that I touched it, and it's actually rerouting a little bit faster than it was before, than it did the route. And when it's done with its last 1%, what it's going to do is it's going to come up on the screen. There you go. It's going to come up on the screen, and it adds 22 miles and 17 minutes to go that way. And it, of course, gives you the amount of time it's going to take and the miles, total miles. So that's one of the big things I like about the Garmin, is that it does that. Now, if I click go, it'll route me that way. It'll come up on the screen. Bam. So, and I got the distance to where I'm going. This is just the trip information, and this bar up here will be the next turn, whatever you want to say. So that's why I like it. Obviously, I like it gives me my speed, and it'll have a little speedometer sign up here whenever you're on a road where it knows the speedometer. Now that thing there, I'm doing this with POV hat, by the way. So it being 10 inches, it's about the same size as my tablet, which once it's up here, I figured rather than put the 10-inch screen down here, I'll put it up here, and I'll have the 3 screens. So, excuse me, we'll get this thing set up. Accept. Error logs, location, yes. Oh, look at that. Look at all the Wi-Fi networks in my area. Pretty nice, huh? Oh, yep, I don't have the password with me. So, we'll skip that for now. You will not receive software updates until you connect to the internet. You cannot activate device protection features at this time. Skip anyway. Yeah, and if you connect it to the Garmin app on your phone, it will do live traffic updates, smart notifications, and hands-free calling. And I don't need it to do that, so we're just going to skip it. Agree. Now, this is one of the things about buying a Garmin. If you travel at all, and let's say a camper, my brother pulls a camper, my neighbor has a fifth wheel, you can set this up so that the size of the vehicle is here now. We're going to choose a tractor, select your trailer configuration. We only got one. Now, if you know, see, these are all generic truck heights, okay? So, my truck, I know the top of my stacks up there is 13. It's actually 3.5, but we're going to go with 4. And then we're going to hit next. And the width is 102, I think is it 8 feet or is 8.6? CJ? Alright, now that I got the dude back from across the street, him and the neighbor's dog are friends, and he took off, go across the road. So, I don't like him crossing the road without me being there, because obviously it's a road. He doesn't know that cars going up and down the road will kill him without ever batting an eye, thinking about it, whatever. Not that the people don't care, just that if he runs out in front of a car, obviously it's going to kill him. So, while I was off camera here, I know it was only like a second, but for you guys anyway, I did the math. 102 inches is 8 foot 6 inches, and total length, I always put 65 feet, and then we put your weight, which is 80,000. And we don't have any hazmat currently, obviously. So you put next, and it gives you your dimensions. So you got your 13.6, got your 8 foot 6 inches wide, and 65 feet long, 80,000 pounds, one trailer. So, and we click, you got settings you can use, and you can change it to car, you can add other vehicles, like I can put my bobtail tractor in there and stuff, so you know, it's pretty handy to have. And you got wallpapers. See, this being a tablet form, it is pretty handy. It's got lots of stuff. You can see it's got the e-log, service history if you put it in there, trip history, settings, apps, wallpapers, widgets, and settings. Got it. And then some points of interest cannot accommodate trucks. And bam, you got your I'm going to say yes. So, there you go. We got elevation, which you can change all of these all the time. I don't have a route in there as of right now, so it's not going to let me choose some of the stuff that I want. You can put the trip info up there. Your next turn. Speed and red light cameras can be displayed in the up ahead window. Add now. Sure, why not? Oh, look at that. Customize up ahead. And I'll do all that later. So, I don't know what this icon does. Popular truck pass. Oh, okay. So there you have it. That is the OTR 1000. I'm not going to get any more in depth than that. The big reason I went with it, obviously, is you can tell the difference in the size of the screen from that to that. And this pretty much matches that. There's the school bus. Stay! So, there you have it. Like I said, 10-inch screen matches that 10-inch screen, which matches the 10-inch screen I'm going to have either here or down here, but I will probably at some point move this to be mounted like right here, and it'll take up this space, and then the other 10-inch screen on the radio will go right here if I end up doing that. I haven't decided if I'm going to or not. I kind of like the idea of having it down here. And I'll probably go back to smaller steering wheel. But again, if you're here for the OTR 1000, that's it. It is pretty awesome, actually. Looking forward to using it. I'll give you all an update in future videos. So keep asking me, and I'll let you know what I think of it. I'm going to run both of them at the same time. Like I said, this is a Garmin 770 DEZL, D-E-Z-L, and I'm going to run it with the OTR 1000 for a while to store all my, I might be able to get them on a SD card and transfer them. I don't know. I'll have to check into that. But anyway, as of right now, that'll work. I might move this. It's kind of an odd location right there. I mean, only one part of the screen is covered, but I don't really like it being there right there in my face like that. So might move it over here to the center, but there you have it. OTR 1000. Oh. He's wolfing, barking. Somebody walking down there. He don't bark very often. But anyway, keep your shiny side up. Safe travels. See you in the next one. Alright, so real quick before I end the video, I went ahead and moved them. As you can see from sitting back at my level, can see both of them. It's about my eye level right there, so I can see both of them now. Like I said, I will still be using this one because it has all my stored addresses and stuff in it, and then as I get to those places I'll be using that. But you can see how it looks here. It's a lot with all the screens and stuff. I have a upside down thing to mount a double DIN radio where I could mount my new 10-inch Kenwood Exelon screen there, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. But once I get a lot of these places saved in this one will be going away. But I also want to see the differences in the GPS. I mean, I keep this pretty well updated, but I'm curious to see which one or how they respond to one another. And like I said, with the stuff I'm going to be doing in the near future, I want that one working. So storing stuff. So oh, got a message. There you can see them all lit up. So now for real, drop me a comment, ask me a question if you want to. Curious to see what everybody thinks of the setup, or if you think it's going to be too much or whatever. You'll see it in the future videos. And if you're a regular subscriber, I am way behind. Pardon the glasses, these are photo gray. But if you're a regular subscriber, I'm way behind on videos, so I think what I'm going to do is just delete what I have and start a plan that I have of downloading what I have for a day, putting it on a video. I'm still getting accustomed to this YouTube thing and the whole trying to stay up on the videos, because again, I'm a truck driver, not a videographer. So if you're a regular subscriber, I'm going to try and get caught up on the video, or I'm going to delete the video. Everything I have on my cameras now I'm just going to delete, because I have a couple memory cards that are full, and I'm going to start fresh. And as each day ends, I'm going to get it in the software, get it updated or edited, and then get it thrown up as it becomes a video. Or maybe stick to like 20-minute videos. I could probably do a 20-minute video every day. Just a lot of them would be boring, and try and stick to the exciting content. So that's an update if you're a regular viewer. If you're not a regular viewer and you were here for that and or those, that's it. So keep a shiny side up. Safe travels. See you in the next one.